We would meet at the North Chapel after 10:30 Mass on a Sunday. We'd gather there across the road from the North Chapel, and we would make our way then up to Fairhill to play the scores. And the scores started right at the foot of Fairhill, right next to a house owned by a famous man in song and story, Connie Doyle, who was a huntsman and who had a famous hound, right? The name escapes me, but the dog won a lot of races. But we used to start at Connie Doyle's house, and we'd bowl away then, like right up as far as down towards the Fairfield, which is still there today, like right. Right across from the Fairfield, there was a pump where you could slake your thirst, right? That was a very popular one. But for those who liked alcohol, there was Mikey Sullivan's pub right next door, opposite the Fairfield, right? So if you were a pioneer, you drank the water from the well, and if you felt like a pint, you went to Mikey's. I spoke of Dublin Hill a while ago. The score started at the long lane at the top of Dublin Hill, and that time, like right, way back, right, the scores were played out as far as the boot house, which was about 4 miles, like broad, like, you know. So it was great, like, right, that there were pubs on the way, incidentally, like, right. No harm to mention the Black Man pub, which still is there, right. Mary Ann's pub in White's Cross, right, where Mick Barry lofted the ball over the roof.
In all great sporting highlights, you'll find Cork to the fore. We've had Christy Ring from the mighty Glen, now the female jet from Cove. At the loft of the ball, we're still the best, the greatest sports of all. So let's sing in praise of our hero now, Mick Barry from Waterfall.
The importance of that was crucial, like, you know, and the saga surrounding it, like, right? I mean, the audacity of Mick Barry, right, to volunteer to loft the 28-ounce ball. Nobody ever done it before, or perhaps since, because the pub is still there, strangely enough, but there's no longer bow playing on Dublin Hill anyway. But on that particular time now, right, the idea of lofting the bowl, like, right, was like a sort of incredulous almost, like, right, but it was agreed that the pub would be vacated of imbibers, as they say, like, and like they had to come out on the road, like, you know. But the permission was granted, like, right, by the owner, and as I was saying, that the officials then had to draw a line with chalk to show on the road, and the imperative was that Mick Barry would have to loft that bowl, and it must land on the right, on the correct side of the road, because if it didn't, he would forfeit a shot of odds, which would mean essentially that he'd be out of the score line. But anyway, he lofted it successfully, right? And the finish, like I think one of Mick Barry's bowls was stopped all right, coming towards what we call the latter stages, the Barden, right? Now, I was there at that score myself, like, right? But there was a huge crowd there, like, right? And I understand, like, right, that like one of his bowls was stopped that day. But McParland, anyway, deservedly beat Mick. Like, Mick was the first to shake his hand, of course, like, right, on that particular day, like, right. But Mick redeemed himself the following year in Armagh when he defeated McParland, right, again, like, right, in the All-Ireland final. And his record, hence, if you like, was that unarguably he was the best player of the crop, and his record is there to substantiate that.
On the west side of the city stands that monument in the sky. To loft the Chetwynd Viaduct, all great bowl players did try. From the German ramp, Hans Balken sent the bowl now sailing o'er. But from the ground who struck that rail, 'twas Mick Barry from Waterfall. What a massive crowd will gather for that great score in the sky, when we'll meet the boys from all Fairhill and the crowd beyond Fermoy, from Cantor down to Bantry town, from Cady back to Youghal, and Peter is sure to place the sop for Mick Barry from Waterfall.
Carcass to the fore. We have Christy Ring from the mighty Glen and the female jet from Cove. At the loft of the bowl we're still the best, the greatest game of all. Let's sing in praise of our hero, Mick Barry.